Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning and welcome, everybody. So nice to see you today at this webinar on top 5 reasons why you don't reach your objectives. Top 5 reasons why people don't reach their objectives. Top five reasons why we don't get where we want. Top 5 reasons why we don't reach our goals and we are not satisfied at the end because we did not reach them. Okay, so just please confirm that you can hear me fine, that you can see me fine. Would really be useful for me. Okay, so just a quick check. Very good, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so great. Then let's start with this webinar. I'm really happy to be here with you. I'm really happy to be able to share this with you. Is not an easy topic because when we talk about objectives, when we talk about results, it's always difficult to find the right thing that is going to work for us. It's always difficult in saying, I'm going to be grateful for what I have, who I am right now, and I'm going to continue towards my objectives, but also enjoy my journey. Okay, so I have a few tips prepared for you. So those are the 5 reasons why we don't reach our objectives, and those are the 5 things that you should focus on in order to get results, in order to reach your goals. Okay, so I'm really happy that you're here. I'm really happy to see you now watching this live. Hi there. Welcome, welcome. This is beautiful. I also have a few interesting slides prepared for you. Okay, so I'm going to share my slides also. This is a webinar, but I'm also going to check the questions at the end. Okay, so you can drop your questions in the comments. You can drop your questions in the chat box. I'm going to check them at the end. We're going to have a Q&A session at the end, and I'm really, really, really excited to help you in getting answers to your questions. My promise for today is that you're going to have a lot of value packed in only those 55 minutes that we have together in this webinar. So you're going to get a lot of value. So be here, be present, and take notes if you can, because you're going to get a lot of value. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to share my screen. And here you are. I hope you're able to see it. And we're going to start. You go. So I already told you what's my promise for you. You're going to have a lot of value. So let's go directly into this. What are the key takeaways of today's webinar? We're going to talk about objectives. We're going to talk about goals, those ideas in the future, or the desired results that you're waiting from you or you're expecting from yourself and from your actions. We're going to focus on the top 5 reasons why people don't reach objectives. Remember, I told you that 90% of the people don't reach objectives. Yes, that's true. You would be surprised that 80% of the people don't really set up objectives, and 90% don't reach them. Why? Because they are not focusing on goal setting, they're not setting their goals properly, or they're not doing it at all. They have the fear of failure or fear of success, even worse. Okay, so over here, there are a lot of limiting beliefs, there are a lot of self-talk problems that are going to stop them from getting the results they want. They are lacking the motivation, or they are losing the motivation somewhere on the way. This is another main reason why they don't reach the objectives. They get distracted on the way. So they don't have enough focus and they don't work enough towards their objectives, or they give up too soon, because this also happens. Okay, and at the end, I'm going to tell you how being accountable, having a peer group, having a mastermind, having people that are really similar to you is really helping you in reaching your objectives. So people don't reach their objectives because they are not accountable for them and they don't have a clear and a very good support group, a very good support around them. So these are the top 5 reasons. Now that you saw them, you can go away. But no, don't go away, because I'm going to give you all the details and I'm going to tell you how you can take these mistakes and how you can turn them into things that you can use in order to reach your objectives. So, have you tried a lot of times to reach your goals and something like this? So something like what I'm going to show you immediately happened. So who's this for? It's for the ones that want results, not for the ones that do this. And at the end, what happens? Okay. So if it happened to you like this too, like maybe you wanted to lose weight, maybe you wanted to get a relationship, or maybe you wanted to get a new job, or you wanted to become better what you were doing, or become more efficient in time management, but this happened to you, then this is the webinar for you. Or maybe sometimes you ask yourself, okay, I had an objective, I had a dream, or I had another idea in my mind. How the hell did I get here? So how the hell did I get here? Do you feel like you get a lot of experience, but sometimes you just get carried away by life and you don't reach your objectives? So this is the workshop for you. Who am I? Some of you already know me. I'm Lydia. I'm the coach, a founder of Aptitude, a mom and a partner. I coach in 4 languages now. Yes, I live in Spain since 1 year now. And I also coach in Spanish. I coach in Italian, in Romanian, and in English. I'm a coaching master practitioner, NLP practitioner, timeline therapy practitioner. I have more than 12 years experience as a coach, and more than 15 years experience as a trainer. I am the founder of the Small Moments of Happiness movement, and also the Active Me Time concept, a beautiful concept that I'm going to tell you about later on. And I also deliver workshops and training sessions for different companies that want to improve the relationship with the employees, that want to improve the performance of the employees, and want to work on their values, on the stress management, time management, and so on. Okay, so this is me. I'm really happy to have you here today. So let's go into the content of this webinar. But not before I point out once again that this is only a very limited time and you're going to get a lot of value. So I ask from you to live in the present. Live this moment, live this 1 hour, give yourself a gift, mute your phone, close your emails, take notes, have a pen and a piece of paper or notebook with you, because you're going to get a lot of value. And to get you a little bit motivated, I also have a gift for you at the end of this session. I have something prepared for you, so stay tuned because I have a beautiful gift for you. So let's go into the content. The first thing that is one of the main mistakes that people do when trying to reach their objectives is that they don't do goal setting. Oh yes, they don't really set up goals. So if you don't set up goals, you're going to get at the end, you're going to say, I didn't reach my objective. But did you set up a goal? Did you set up an objective? Did you really take a little bit of time to write down what you really want? If yes, then we're going on to see also the other mistakes. But if no, then this is one of the main mistakes why you did not reach your goals. You don't write them down. You don't take a moment to set up your objectives. So how do we do goal setting? Now, some of you maybe already heard about it. about goal setting in smart way. Yeah, SMART. It's an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time defined. Okay, so you have to have your goals, you have to have your objectives, and you have to put them on the piece of paper, on your notebook, really smart. Make them specific, make them measurable, etc. And also make them challenging for you to motivate you, because if it's not challenging an objective, you're not going to work towards it. Not too challenging, but enough challenging to inspire you, to motivate you. And also ecological. It has to be good for you. When someone gets to me and says, Lydia, I want in 1 year to get to earn 100,000 euros per month, and I ask them, how much do you earn right now? So it's really interesting that some people have a lot of objectives, but they are like, all the way over there to the moon, and it's not ecological for them to work in a very short amount of time to get towards that objective. It's really good. So ecological means it has to be good for you, it has to be good for the others. So it might be good earning a lot of money every month, or it might be good losing 10 kilograms, okay, but it's not good to lose those 10 kilograms in only 1 month. Okay, so it's not good for you, it's not good for your health, and it also has to be good for other people. Okay, I'm going to give you more details, but now let's take it one step at a time. What's the SMART acronym? I really want to insist on that, because, for example, in the Active Me Time group, with the women that we worked over there, we spent 1 entire week on how to make an objective SMART and how to set up objectives, because we are not familiar with this process. We are not capable of setting up SMART objectives. So how do you make a SMART objective? It has to be specific. I'm not going to say, I only want to start a sport, okay? Or I want a relationship in my life. It has to be specific. What exactly do you want? And it has to be measurable. How can you measure at the end if you reached your objective or not? How can you measure at the end if you got the result or not? Okay, so make it as specific as possible and make it measurable. If those two are not over there, you're going to see that it's going to be really difficult to reach your objective. It's something like vague. If you have vague objectives or goals, you're going to get vague results. Okay, so hear me out. The first things over here on the list, specific and measurable, are the most important ones. So how can we make an objective specific? For example, with running. I started running a few months ago. How did I make my objective specific? I want to jog 3 times a week. Okay, so I also make it measurable. If at the end of the week I didn't see that I jogged 3 times, maybe I quickly go for a jog on Sunday evening, because I need to reach my objective. So I want to jog 3 times a week, every week. And every time that I jog, I want to do 6 or 7 or 8 kilometers. Okay, so this is the decision that I'm going to take, and I'm going to write it down. It has to be achievable, because if I say to myself that I want to jog every time 5 times a week, 8 kilometers, that's not achievable for me. It's absolutely impossible to have 5 times that hour for me to go out and jog. For me, it's absolutely impossible, because I have 2 daughters, I have a husband, I have a house, I have a business. So it's really difficult for me to achieve that objective. I need to put it a little bit challenging. So I want to go and jog 3 times, because I know that 2 times is okay. 3 times, if I really force myself, I can do it. So I want to make it achievable, so that I'm going to reach it, and realistic, okay? But in the same time, I'm going to talk about the challenging part too. It has to be a little bit challenging to excite me. And if you got all this here, then it has to have a deadline. By when? I want to lose 2 kilograms by the end of September. I want to change my job by the end of December 2020. I want to get at least 3 new clients by the end of September. Okay, so it has to be time defined. Until when do you want to get this result done? And remember, it has to be also realistic, because if you say, I want to lose 10 kilograms in only 2 weeks, and you say, by the end of August, I have to have 10 kilogram lost, this is not good for you. And it's also really not realistic and quite not achievable. Okay? Good. So this is the SMART acronym. And if you work on this, if you really pay attention in making your objectives SMART and then making it challenging and good for you and for the others, so it has to be good for you and for the others, then you already have one thing covered. It's not going to be a mistake for you. It's going to be a good thing, a good practice that you are doing, and that good practice is going to help you in reaching your objectives. Okay? Now, I told you about challenging. Yes. Pay attention, because your goals are going to affect your strategy. Okay? So if you have a goal of earning 10,000 euros a month in your business, or if you have a goal of earning 100,000 euros a month in your business, then these two different goals will have to have different strategies. Okay, so after you decide your goal, you're going to work on your plan and on your strategy, because different goals, different measurable objectives are going to have different strategies. And remember, keep it challenging. Make it challenging for you. Challenging in a way that is going to excite you, the challenging that is going to be strongly emotional for you, and it's going to make you take action, because if it's not exciting enough, you're not going to take action towards it. So, do you want a family? Why do you want a family? Do you want to be a better entrepreneur? Why do you want to be a better entrepreneur? So put that also in your objectives. The motivational part, the exciting part, the challenging part. Why do I want that? I want it because it's good for me, it's good for the others. I want it because my daughters are going to have a good example of their mother. I want it because I really want to feel good in my body. When I lose a little bit of weight, I really want to be healthy. Health is one of my top reasons. Health is one of my top values, and so on. So bring the reason, bring the why into your objective. Like, this is going to motivate you. It's going to help you in taking action towards your result. Okay, so this was the number one mistake, not having the goals set up. Remember, 80% of people don't really set up goals, and 90% of those ones that set up goals don't reach them. Now, the second thing, and this is a little bit more profound, is the fear of failure or the fear of success. Okay, so the fear of failure, it's always there. We all have it. And we all use different excuses, different motives, different ways of justifying, different ways of coming up with excuses not to reach our objectives. So this is the fear of failure. And some of us also have the fear of success. I have that. Okay, so fear of success is really present over there. So what's going to happen if I fail? What are going to people going to think about me? What is going to happen if I succeed? What are going to think about me? They're going to get away from me. They're going to start looking at me bad, and so on. So what do you have there? Do you have the fear of failure? Do you have the fear of success? And how can you change that? So this is one of the top reasons why people don't reach their objectives. And why do I want to insist on that? Is because we have so many limiting beliefs, and so many limiting self-talk, so much limiting self-talk, that at the end we're going to sabotage ourselves in reaching our objectives. So do you say to yourself, I'm not good enough? or once you set up an objective and you started working towards that objective and you got to the first failure, oops, maybe you don't know how to get that failure. You don't know how to accept that failure. You don't know how to take it as part of your life yet. Yet, remember, I'm going to use the yet word because you don't know how to do that yet, but you can learn, okay? Or maybe you have so many limiting beliefs like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good in math. I'm not good in these things with numbers. I'm not good with selling myself. I'm not good in promoting myself. I'm not good in doing interviews. So this is how you're going to sabotage yourself when you're going to go to an interview to change your job. Okay, so my advice for you over here is to change your self-talk and change your limiting beliefs in order to be able to reach your objectives. How can you change your self-talk? If you say to yourself, I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to make it, what's going to happen? You're going to focus on that. You're going to guide your subconscious mind toward, I'm not going to make it. And this is what's going to happen. It's going to happen that you're not going to make it. So change your self-talk in a way that is going to help you. If you feel that you're not going to make it, but instead of telling yourself, I'm not going to make it, you can tell yourself, I'm going to learn what I need in order to make it. And this self-talk and this new empowering belief is going to help you more towards your objective. And once you get to a failure, don't think about it as a failure. Think about it as a learning point. If someone gets you down, if something gets you down, stand up. How do babies learn how to walk? How do toddlers learn how to walk? They just fall, stand up, fall, stand up, and try again, and try again, and try again. They don't look at falling as a failure. They look at falling as a way of learning how to hold themselves better to start walking again. And remember, falling is also useful. For babies, it's really useful because once they start running, learning to run, it's really important to know how to fall, because if they fall with their hands, they're not going to harm themselves. Okay, so first they fall a lot in order to learn how to fall, and then they are going to learn walking and then running. And if they fall, they already know how to fall. So don't be afraid of failure, because failure is going to teach you a lot of things, and from the failure you come up stronger. So fear of failure or fear of success is going to show you what are your limiting beliefs. So take a list of them and work on them. They will show you what is your negative self-talk. And if you find yourself coming with excuses like, oh, this is the COVID times, or it's a bad economy, or it's the competition that does that. If you see yourself coming up with excuses, remember, this is the victim perspective. You are the creator. Okay, I also talk about this, the creator perspective and the victim perspective during the Active Me Time weeks, but I'm also going to talk about it a little bit more during the webinars, because I believe it's really important to change perspective from the victim, that you're the victim of the situation of other people or of the surrounding environment, to the creator, the one that takes action. Okay, so if you find yourself coming up with excuses, that's the victim talking. So stop and think about your self-talk and think about your limiting beliefs and change them in order to empower you, in order to help you. This is the second reason, okay? Fear of failure or fear of success. The third reason why people don't reach their objectives is that they get distracted on the way. They lose focus on the way. So focus is really important, and the work too. the power of focus and the power of working towards your objective. Regarding the power of focus, you'll see that there are so many things around us that make us distracted that it's really easy to procrastinate. It's really easy to leave it, oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it next week. I'm going to start on Monday. And Monday passed and you didn't start. Okay, so I'm going to start next month. I'm going to start next year. And by the end of the next year, you see that time has flown by. Phew, it's already next year. It's already a few months passed by and you didn't take action towards your objectives. So focus is really important. In order not to get distracted, you have to have your SMART objective. Okay, so have the acronym in place because it's really important. Like this, if you have it written down and put it maybe visual for you in order to have it always present as a reminder, then focus on your objective. Remember that where your focus goes, energy flows, okay? This is what my mentor said, used to say and says all the time, where the focus goes, energy flows. If your focus is going towards TV or Facebook scrolling or Instagram scrolling, you know, like Instagram, it's Instagram, when you open up Instagram, it's like you're opening up the fridge and see what's good inside it. So this is distraction. This is distraction, and you're going to lose your energy with distraction. You have to use your energy towards your goal and focus on those goals. And over here, I have a tool for you, a very simple and easy tool. Take all your activities during the day and divide them. Divide them according to what activities are important, not unimportant, urgent, and not urgent. What is important? Let's define these words first. What is important? Important are all those activities that are going to take you one step forward towards reaching your goal. Okay, this is important, and it's really, really useful to know that this is what important means. It's getting you one step closer towards reaching your objective. Now, urgent is not something that is important, because today we're so focused on urgent. Oh, I have to do that, I have to do that, that we have the impression, we have the illusion that they're also important. No. Urgent, the definition of urgent is that it requires your attention immediately. I'm going to repeat it again. It requires your attention immediately. I didn't say it's going to get you closer to your goals. I didn't say that it's important. It only requires your attention immediately. So if you put urgent and not urgent here, and important and unimportant over here, on the table that you're going to have, you have all your activities that you are going to have during one day. Important and urgent activities, not important and urgent activities. Important and not urgent activities, and not important and not urgent. So watch the list, watch the to-do list that you have every day and ask yourself, what's not important and not urgent? Scrolling through Facebook, or binging on Netflix, or going to the fridge 10 times to see what's over there. Okay, or for you, maybe it's not urgent and not important to do dishes in that moment. Okay, so what can you do with this? Or eliminate it totally, or some of them, delegate them. The not important and not urgent are those things that are obviously requiring your attention, okay, but for you, they're not important. They're not going to take you one step closer to reaching your goal. So these things, you can delegate them, okay, or you can set up specific time in a day when you can take care of them. Emails, phone calls, social media, if you really need to work and promote on social media, okay, these are really useful things for you, maybe or not, but you can plan them. Now, you're going to tell me that you have to focus on important and urgent because those are the things that require your attention right now and are important. Yes, you have to do them because this is the area where you really need to give your best. It has to be right now, and it's really important for you. You have to do it, so you cannot procrastinate. But this is not the main area where you should focus on. The main area where you should focus on is the important and not urgent. Take care right now of the important things before they become urgent. Okay, because if you take care of this area right now, you're going to see that the important and urgent is going to shrink. You're always going to have urgent stuff, okay, but it's going to be a little bit smaller, the area. You're going to have less tasks on that list because you already took care of them over there. So I'm going to give you a few examples of important and not urgent. Career, changing your career. For you, it's important. Yes, I really need to change my career right now. I need to change my job. Oh, but now is not the best time. So you're going to leave it. You're going to leave it to postpone it, okay? Procrastinate on it. So what's going to happen? One day you're going to get to so much, to being so tired and maybe to burn out because you didn't get the chance to change your job. You didn't get the chance to change your career and you're so tired in your current job that now it becomes important and urgent, and it's going to create a lot of stress. So focusing on not urgent but important things is going to help you in managing that stress, and it's going to help you in focusing on your objectives. Remember, important and not urgent. Career, health, family, okay? So you're saying to yourself, I always want to spend more time with the family. Just do it now because your children are growing up. Do it now because your partner maybe is going to feel not loved. Do you want to find a partner? Do it now. Work on yourself. Work on what you really want to be, who you want to be, and who you're searching for in order to get the partner that you want. Okay? And the same with health. We're saying to ourselves, oh, or maybe if you're really young, oh, health is not, it's important health, but it's not urgent because I'm not ill right now. If it happens something, you're going to get to be ill, okay? What's happening with health? It's going to be important and urgent, and it's going to create a lot of stress in your life. So take care of your health in creating good habits right now before it becomes urgent and before it becomes stressful. Okay, so focusing on your objectives and focusing on this point over here is really important in order to reach your results. Being focused and, of course, working towards your objective. If you don't work, you're not going to get the results, okay? So it's easy to say, I want to stay fit and in shape, but if I don't do that, I'm not going to get there. I really want to be to start a healthy lifestyle and eat less sugar, but every time that I find a cake in the fridge, what do? I eat that cake. Work, focus, and work towards your focus, okay? So there are a lot of people that don't reach their objectives because they are giving up too soon, okay? So work, and at a certain point they don't see results and they give up. My tip over here for you is, if you have a big objective, maybe you could split it in smaller things in order to help you a little bit more. Because if you split it in smaller objectives or maybe action items, when you create your strategy, it's going to help you a little bit more to see results sooner, okay? So if you say, I want to create healthy habits regarding nutrition, regarding exercise, okay, maybe you can tell to yourself, I want to be able to do 5 minutes of exercise every day by the end of September. So start small, do it with small steps, because if you're going to do 5 minutes of workout every day, you're going to see that you have results, okay, you're going to feel satisfied that you are reaching your objectives, and you're going to feel motivated more and more to set up higher objectives or to move to the next objective. Okay, so if you have a very big objective and it's really difficult to stay focused, to work towards it, and you have a tendency to give up really quickly, it happens also to me too, to want to give up when I see that the things are getting really hard, or when the objective is way too big. So how do you take a big objective? You cut it into small pieces, and you're going to set smaller objectives like this. You're going to reach them easier, and you're going to create the motivation and the momentum to work towards other objectives. Okay, so Michael Jordan said that if you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up, because so many of us just find a wall, find something hard in the middle, okay, and we give up. Don't. Continue working. Figure out how to climb the wall, how to go through it, or how to work around it. Okay? So, when facing difficulties and setback, I know it's not easy, but remember the power of the small steps and focusing and working towards your objective, because unsuccessful people are going to go towards the convenient stuff, the easy road. But if you want to have results and success, you're going to go towards the harder road. You're going to continue, and work towards your objectives. I'm sorry if you came here to tell you that things are easy. Nope, they are not easy. You still have to work, but with these small things that you're going to implement in your in setting up your objectives, you're going to see that it's going to become easier, or at least there's going to be more clarity, because so many of us don't even have clarity regarding objectives. Okay, so when you have clarity, when you have focus, when you have a smart objective, when you're working towards that, already 3 things, and you're going to start seeing results. And the last 2 things that I want to share with you regarding the mistakes that people are doing and they don't get results. One is about the motivation. So we already talked about it a little bit, because once you lose the motivation or get distracted, you're going to let it go away and not reach your objectives. So motivation to change is really important. We are motivated to change, so we're motivated to get to our objectives by the pain or by the pleasure. Yes. So if I feel really bad in the job that I have right now, or if I feel really bad with the current growth in my job, I'm going to have higher motivation to change it. But if I receive pleasure in the current job, so if I have a good pay, or if I have a very good friend that is over there working with me, so I receive enough amount of pleasure, I'm not going to make the change, because I'm going to be in a very comfortable space. That's why a lot of people are working with a coach, because they need like a push or a pull or a kick in the ass to help them step out of their comfort zone, to have the motivation to change. Now, maybe you're not going to work with a coach, but I'm going to give you a strategy to help you with your motivation, okay? It has to be or pain or pleasure, but I'm going to tell you one way to get you to do your work towards your objective and get the change done. One way, and that's very useful. Listen to this. It has to become a must. It has to become a must. If it's a must for you, then you're going to change it. If it's not a must and you're going to feel comfortable in your comfort zone, it's not going to change. Okay, so I must take care of my body right now, because if I don't do it right now, it's going to be really difficult in the future. I must change my job right now because I want to start growing and I really need more income for my family, because otherwise I don't have enough possibilities for my children. I don't offer them enough possibilities. I must promote myself a little bit more, otherwise I don't reach to other people, and other people don't know me and they don't have the benefits of the beautiful webinars that I'm delivering. Okay, so put yourself in a situation where you cannot back off. So how can you put yourself in a situation where you cannot back off? Because motivation is hard, change is really hard, okay? Coming with excuses is really easy. Being distracted on the way is really easy. So how can you do that? Because many of us are satisfied with what they have. Oh, it would be nice to change, but it's not a must. So if you really want to do it and you can't work with a coach right now to do it, then burn the boats. A good way to take action and make your objectives become a must is burning the boats. Oh yes. What does this mean? Hernan Cortés, when he was conquering Mexico, okay, he was getting there at the shore, okay, so the conquistadores, they were getting at the shore of South America, and when they were arriving there, they were burning the entire fleet. Why? Because like this, all their people were forced to conquer the territory in order to be able to create, to be able to build new boats and go back home. Okay, so burn the boats. What can you do today to be sure that your objective becomes a must? I said to myself, I'm going to create a 31-day healthy habits challenge. Once I made that public, I cannot go back, even though there's a lot of work. I work every day, 1 hour and a half, 2 hours to talk about the healthy habits and share them with you. Whew, that's really tough, but I burned the boat. I took a commitment with the people that I care about. I took a commitment with my clients. I took a commitment with other people. So when I talk about other people, taking a commitment with other people, I'm going to get to the fifth thing, and this is the power of the peer group. This is really important. The peer group is so strong. So get yourself a group of like-minded people. Get yourself a mastermind group. Get yourself people that are going to support you, that you can take commitments with, that you can burn your boats with in order to reach your objectives. If you support yourself in reaching your objectives and maybe push yourselves when you find a blockage or when you find a challenge, that's going to be really helpful. So one of the main reasons why people don't reach their objectives because they don't have the support in place. You don't have to do it all. You have to have those people around you that are going to push you. Also, even with a good word, that's enough. Or with the help, with resources, with interesting things that maybe you cannot create yourself in your business, in your career, in your life. Go and find the support group that you need, because that support is going to help you. So I gave you the framework. So I told you how to set up your objectives, how to talk about your objectives, how to focus, how to work towards your objectives. And I also tell you that you also need support. So you have framework and you also need support. You have your guide, you have your objective over there, but you also need to have a support place in a support system in place. What kind of support can you have? Huh? What kind of support can you have here? You can have an example. Okay, you can take an example from someone that you really appreciate and maybe contact that person. You can take a mentor, you can take a coach, you can take a guide, you can take a friend that is going to help you with something. You can take your family as your support system. You can take your colleagues at the job as support system. Okay, or you can simply go and get a coach, or you can go and find a mastermind on the topic that you need. Do you want to be a better entrepreneur? Go and find that mastermind. Do you want to be a better parent? Go and find that group of parents that are sharing and that are helping you and becoming a better parent. Do you want to reach your objectives regarding exercise and healthy habits? Go and find that support group that is going to help you. And if it's the help of a coach over there too, it's even better. This is what happened with us, for example, in the Active Me Time Challenge. So we created that challenge, the Active Me Time Challenge. What's that? It's a group, it's a mastermind where more people are coming together. So we have a very small group. We only have 15 people. We're coming together and we support ourselves in taking me time, taking the time for ourselves and for what's important for us, and making that time count with exercise, with healthy habits, with activity. That's why it's called Active Me Time. Okay, so it's actually taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, doing the exercise, taking time for you to work on yourself towards your development. So this Active Me Time was really, really useful for the girls that were part of the group, because we only had girls for the first Active Me Time, and they had absolutely amazing results. For example, Alina said that Active Me Time is a wonderful program that puts your life in order and helps you set up clear objectives to have time for you, for your mind, body, and soul. During the program, she started the 30 minutes workout and running each day. She started eating healthier and managing her sabotaging thoughts. And she's more confident right now in herself. And what I saw in her is that she also got the confidence from this group. She got the confidence to work a little bit better and more on her business. She set up clear objectives also for her business, while we were setting up smart and clear objectives for the Active Me Time. So Lydia is a great coach, yay, that gives you guidance and has a special gift in helping you to set up and achieve your objectives. Highly recommended it. Andrea, for example, she had a very good value from the regularity of contacts, because we have calls, we have interactions, we have the weekly challenges. So she was really happy to be part of the community and be part of those challenges and not working towards her goal alone, because we helped her in setting up her objectives, but she was not there alone. We were all together. Okay, so the live sessions for her were very powerful and helpful, because they helped her work through some issues that she was carrying with her for a while that were holding her back. Remember, limiting beliefs and the self-talk, so the sabotaging thoughts that you have for yourself, we also worked on that. Meet Doris, for example. Doris had absolutely amazing transformational objectives, and it was absolutely beautiful to see, because for her, Active Me Time was an unexpected gift. She needed a community where she could feel supported and pushed to do better, and she found it. Reading about the successes and the failures in the group motivated her to try and push herself harder. The girls helped her a lot in her bad moments and cheered for her when she did her 2 millimeters. The 2 millimeters, I'm going to tell you quickly about the 2 millimeters. I told you about the small steps. The 2 millimeters every day, that if you do those 2 millimeters every day, you're going to get very far at the end of 1 month, at the end of 3 months, at the end of 6 months, at the end of the year, at the end of 2 years, and so on. So 2 millimeters every day. Week by week, she's gaining confidence and discovering more about herself, and the weekly challenges have led her to be someone that from zero, she's now training 2-3 times a week, and she's paying more attention to her emotions and becoming more aware of what's going on inside of her and how to cope with it. Anka, for example, was absolutely inspirational. In the group, she was an inspiration for all the girls, because She got absolutely amazing results. The challenge exceeded her expectation. The decision to be part of it was best. She succeeded not only to start the routine, but she felt it was already part of her daily life. She's feeling more energized, stronger, healthier, and happier. And she's really grateful for the whole experience, which made her realize where she stands and how full of resources she is to live a happy life. And the group kept her accountable and getting her out of the comfort zone and make her change towards better. So I told you that this is a beautiful program where we set up objectives, where we reach our objectives. What's actually inside of this program is the great combination between framework and support. Remember the big mistakes, the big reasons why people don't reach their objectives? We have all the good habits inside of this program. So we have 8 weeks, every week one challenge, and we have one video with the challenge, one video made by me that you're going to receive. It's a 20-minute video every week, and you're going to learn about the topic of that week, how to work on your objective, how to work on your limiting beliefs, how to work on keeping your focus. We have 5 video calls live, and this is real support, real group coaching, and this is absolutely amazing to see how the girls were having results after this call. So we have a limited number of people. We only have 15 people, and it's not only 15, we only have 5 places left for this Active Me Time that starts on the 31st of August. You have lifetime access to all the resources, personalized answers and support from the coach, because you're going to get support from me all the time, and you're going to get the support from the other people. Become a family and continue with the group, and you also have a prize, 1 coaching session from me. It's a prize for reaching your objectives. Like this, I'm going to keep you more motivated. So we became friends, and we shared some of the deepest fears and challenges, and we cheered for each other when we had success. This is the Active Me Time, and this is how much these things cost together. Okay, so for example, the 8 weeks, if you go to a gym to keep yourself accountable, maybe you're going to pay more than 100 euros. The 5 support calls, that's real group coaching, that's a lot of value. The personalized answers and the group and the support from the coach, and the 1 coaching session, that's all in total 1,200 euros, but you're going to get all that for 250 euros. Oh yes, so what do you get in those 8 weeks? The first week we work on the objectives. The second week we work on the negative emotions and how to eliminate the guilt and other negative emotions. The third week we work on how to change your self-talk, how to change your limiting beliefs, how to get away, how to drop your sabotaging thoughts, okay? We work on the perfection and the self-esteem, and how wanting things to be perfect is not okay, and how to grow your self-esteem. We work on how to focus on important, how to focus on your goals, and how to manage time better. We work on nutrition, not only nutrition like food, not only for the body, but for the mind and the soul. We work on healing the inner child, and we have a very beautiful life call over here. And at the end, we're going to reward ourselves and celebrate. Okay, so a lot of people say that, oh, I can do that on my own. I'm really happy. So I really hope that this workshop, this webinar is going to help you. I really hope that the tips that I gave you and seeing the mistakes that other people are making is going to help you. But for example, other people are making these mistakes that they are trying to do it all at once, or maybe they don't have a plan, they don't have clear and measurable objectives, they don't have a framework, or they don't have a time frame, or they try to do it themselves when they actually can't do it themselves. Okay, some people can do it, some cannot. Okay, these are the mistakes that I also made, and I tried to do it all at once, and I tried to get results really quick, and it didn't work. So if you also did these mistakes, that I'm going to tell you that a framework and a support group, a mastermind is what you need. And I'm going to offer you The program that starts on the 31st of August, we start the 8 weeks on the 31st of August, and you're going to pay only 194 euros. Drop me an email if you are interested by Sunday at lydia@aptitude.it, okay? Because we start in 1 week time. Ooh, wow. 1 week and a half time, okay? So we start in 10 days. And money back guarantee. What does it mean? You're going to pay half at the beginning. If 4 weeks into the program, you see that you didn't get what you expected, then I'm going to give you your money back and you go out of the group. So remember, this is the group where you're going to need to work. You're going to dedicate time and attention. You need to take action. And join us if you're sick and tired of postponing, if you're sick and tired of not reaching your objective, if you're tired of being tired with the low energy, if you're tired of doing it yourself, if you need to do something for you, or you want to invest in yourself. I value my time and I value your time, so please only book if you want to get results, because the 8 weeks program is going to give you results. So you have two options. Reach your objective one day, you'll do it one day. So this is the passive approach. The option one, one day I'm going to do it. So remember that 92% of people don't reach their goal because they don't follow through or they don't have the support they need. So do you want to be part of the 8%? Then you're going to take the proactive approach. You're going to take action. Either you're doing it yourself or you're doing it together with the Active Me Time group. Just take action. Desire the real change. Use efficient framework and tools, really follow through and do the work even though it's tough, and get some support from other people, okay? Accountability and support from other people, because this is going to help you. So remember, if you're interested, drop me an email by Sunday, because we're going to start on the 31st of August. And remember, you're going to get more clarity, you're going to feel inspired, you're going to focus on your mind, body, and soul health. You're going to receive and support and people cheering, and you're going to get results. That's the most important thing, getting results. We're not going to be here only just to chat and only, to cry. And no, you're going to get results, as the girls got. Juana got a lot of results, and this is the testimonial she gave me halfway through the program, because she had a very good experience halfway through, and at the end she was absolutely convinced that this was the right framework and the right support for her. She had the chance to reach fully 2 of her objectives: to respect the regular running schedule and understand the source of her anger. And for both, the design and the course of the course, the peer support and the competence and the knowledge of the coach, me, were decisive. So she was grateful. She's grateful for having the opportunity to be part of this Active Me Time challenge. And Gemma, for example, she really got the chance to learn a lot of stuff, to take care of herself in order to be able to take care of her children. And Julia, she was absolutely happy with the program. It was the perfect program that helped her regain her sport routine. And she was telling about me that I'm an enthusiastic coach, and I moderated with energy and kindness this group that was a safe environment from the very beginning. It became more and more a support group. With every milestone we were reaching together. The structure was very useful as we started defining the personal objectives, and we received weekly new information and challenges that brought us closer to the objectives. Special recognition and thank you to the other participants in the group, because they helped. They were a great source of information, inspiration, and motivation. Tackling challenges together was funnier and more effectively. I totally recommend the experience of being part of the Active Me Time. So remember, this is only 194 euro for 2 months. It's 3 euros and 20 cents a day, okay? So just imagine, what does 3 euros a day mean for you if you really want to reach your objectives. And remember, I had a gift for you at the end. All the ones that are seeing this webinar, you're going to receive a coaching session from me. So drop me an email at lydia@aptitude.it, and I'm going to offer you the free coaching session as a discovery coaching session to work on your objectives. If you already have your objective, if not, we're going to work in setting up your objectives, okay? So I'm really, really happy that I got the chance to be here with you today. I'm really happy that I got the chance to share with you these beautiful tips. Remember, what were the 5 mistakes that people are doing that don't leave them reach their objectives? They don't know how to set up the goals. They don't make them smart. That's one. They have the fear of failure or the fear of success. So a lot of limiting beliefs, a lot of limiting self-talk that is going to stop them in reaching their objectives. They don't have the motivation towards the end, till the end, okay? So they don't keep the motivation. They don't have the motivation to change. They don't focus, keep their focus and keep their energy in order to get results. And they don't work towards their results. And they don't have a good support group. So I encourage you to work on those 5 aspects and really reach your objectives. And if you have any feedback or any struggle or success to share with us, I would really be happy to read it, put it on the social media, put it on the Instagram or Facebook or on LinkedIn, or why not just drop me a personal message, and I will be always available to answer to any questions that you might have in the messages. So a big hug. I'm really happy that I got the chance to help you with this topic, and have a great day. Bye bye.